Hello! Right, so today I'm ranting a little bit. If you live in the UK, you may have seen loads of news headlines saying magnet fishing is dangerous, magnet fishing that, blah blah blah. Now, the problem is the Canal and River Trust trying to get magnet fishing banned. They want it stopped in the UK. They don't want us doing it. And they're starting to play loads of cards out of the book. So much so that even the military of defence has stepped in and they want it stopping as well because we keep finding bombs and stuff. Right, here's where the rant starts. First off, what the Canal and River Trust are saying is article number 41 on their bylaws, which is bylaw by the way. It says there's no dredging or collecting of materials out of canals or rivers. Okay, fair enough, it says that. It also states that in that same 1965 bylaw, number 31, you are not allowed to ride or drive any animal or vehicle along towing paths. Now, Canal and River Trust, right? This is for you. All your towing paths are the entire paths of the canal. So would that not state that you are not allowed to ride your cycle, which is also classed as vehicle, alongside the canal? It would. But you are not pressing for that to be stopped. A cyclist could easily run into somebody else and kill them, or fall off their bike into the canal and drown. Just because we find random objects in the canal, that makes it dangerous. Now what you're gonna see is the Canal and River Trust, once they've used that bylaw and they find that they can't get anywhere, them and the media start bringing up the fact that unfortunately 2 people did die this year magnet fishing, Martin and Jack. Now yes, it is unfortunate that they did die doing magnet fishing, but they drowned. Police can't find any reasons why they drowned or how they got in the water. They could have been pushed. But the fact is they drowned. They didn't get blown up by an unexploded World War II bomb. Now, the fact that they are trying to use these 2 poor fellas who unfortunately drowned and passed away as an example, it's disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourselves. You know, in 2015 there was 321 people died. In 2016 there was 278 people died, and in 2017 255 people died in the canals and rivers in the UK. In 2017 over 4,000 people were rescued out of the rivers and canals. And you're telling us that magnet fishing is dangerous? I don't think so. You've also got now the military of defence trying to stop it. And you've got news media saying that it's a waste of taxpayers' money having bomb squad called out. Don't get me wrong, right? I might be being really stupid here, but is that not the bomb squad's job? Is that not what they are already getting paid to do? They are already being paid to go out and defuse bombs. So what's the issue with that? Why are you trying to bring up it's a waste of taxpayers' money for them doing the job that they're already doing? You see, the problem is you're doing that is so you can get the Joe public to go, oh, they're wasting our taxes, when that could go to more police officers, because at the minute the UK crime rate is at the highest it's probably ever been. I mean, like, you can't go into London, our capital. The crime rate in London is through the roof. People are being murdered on the street. You can't go to the shops because you've got groups of yobs and gang members stood there with knives and machetes, setting fire to things. So I see what you're doing. I see you're trying to get the Joe Public on your side to make it seem like we're wasting taxpayers' money. But they're already being paid for the job, so don't play that card. You're also probably going to be like, well, if you hit a bomb, it's going to go off. Fair enough. If we hit a bomb, it might go off. If a canal boat hits a bomb, it's going to go off. No difference. No difference, really. But then you're going to say, well, it's been undisturbed all these years. True, it has been undisturbed for all these years. But there's shopping trolleys and loads of other random bits of junk in the canal. Say, a canal boat gets stuck on a shopping trolley and the shopping trolley is being dragged along by that canal boat. That shopping trolley then hits a bomb. Bomb goes off. Wouldn't have gone off if we moved that shopping trolley, would it? And what's going to happen if we hit a bomb in the water? We might get injured, might. You don't forget you got all that water protecting us, plus the distance that we are sat, at the canal edge. So we might get injured, probably not die. Canal boat goes over it, drags something along, hits a bomb. Gonna blow up the canal boat and whoever's on it, because it's directly above the bomb. So everything has its dangers. The bylaw, like I said, you can't play that card. There's other bylaws. If you stop magnet fishing, stop people cycling along the canal. There you go. I think it's fair, don't you? If you want to stop it, get people cyclists. They're not allowed it. They're not allowed to do it. But you also are going to use the excuse of, well, people are magnet fishing and they're pulling their stuff up and they're just leaving it along the edge of the canal. Fair enough, yeah? Fair enough. People should be cleaning up after themselves. I personally get scrap guys to come and collect it for me, as my car is tiny and I can't fit it in. So, granted, that does need to be looked at. People should be clearing up after themselves, or at least getting people to come and collect it for them. So, I can't fault you on that one. It's true, people need to clean up after themselves. But, also saying that, you've got people that are coming fly tipping. Now, I can guarantee you are going to say, that's magnet fishers, that. Magnet fishers are pulling stuff out and they're leaving it in the middle of the towpath. No, mate, you've got vans dumping it off bridges. I pull it out of the canal all the time. So you can't play that card. Now, is another thing. What people are afraid of is that Canal and River Trust, you are going to try and license it. So we will need a license to magnet fish. Fair enough. Maybe that's what needs to be done. But I ain't paying it. Because we are doing an environmental cleanup service, which we are pulling debris out of the canals and pretty much cleaning the waterways, which is your job, by the way, just so you know. You can't charge us for a license. There's no ground to stand on. You cannot charge somebody for cleaning. I mean, it don't make sense. You cannot charge us. So this idea of you're going to make money off us is absurd. You can't do it. We are providing an environmental, may I add, service. So, benefits of magnet fishing. The benefits are, you are, the people of the UK and around the world, are getting cleaner waterways, so less pollution. Now, you're going to say it's disturbing the wildlife. The only thing I've seen living in junk is crayfish, and in the UK it's American crayfish, which are classed as vermin, a pest, because they kill our native crayfish. And if we pull them out of the water, we are, by law, not allowed to throw them back. We have to kill them. Unfortunately, that's how it works. So the only houses we are disturbing are the vermin that we have to kill. And you can eat them as well, just to throw that out there. So yeah, we're providing a clean-up service. We're cleaning your waterways. We're making it a better place for nature. And the other benefit is that it's getting people out of the house. I mean, the government complains that you've got children who are obese, and all they do is sit inside all day and play video games. Take them out magnet fishing. They're outside, they're exercising, walking along up and down the canals, pulling stuff out of the canals. It's exercise. So there's another benefit. This is really starting to annoy me. So I've been in quite a lot of newspapers and on radio shows at the minute regarding magnet fishing, sticking up for us magnet fishers. And the way I've been doing it is I've not been including my YouTube channel, because you have people saying, oh, you're only sticking up for us for fame and glory. No, that's not me. I'm sticking up for us because it's the right thing to do. So I have deliberately not been using that Brad. I've been using my real name, which is Michael Bradley, and I've been sticking up for us, and I will always stick up for us magnet fishers. Unfortunately, in the UK, you can't do anything anymore without being taxed or told you can't do it. Health and safety, all that stuff. Now, injuries. People getting injured along the canal magnet fishing. True, that does happen. In fact, here you go. I'm having to wear a back brace because I tried to pull out a motorcycle the other day out of the canal, and I couldn't do it, and I've hurt my back pretty bad actually. May I add that your canal and river trust employees, whether they be volunteer or paid, asked myself and Ash to get that said motorbike out of the canal. So, are you afraid that if people injure themselves magnet fishing, you're going to get sued? Because at this minute in time, I have verbal confirmation on video of the guy asking us to get it out of the canal. Are you afraid? I could sue you for trying to get me to get a motorcycle out of the canal and pulling my back out. I'm not going to, but I could. Now that's what you're probably afraid of. You're probably afraid that something's going to happen and somebody's going to sue you. If somebody's magnet fishing, they are taking it up on their own self. It's their own risk to do that sport. They cannot sue you because of what they are doing. Now, if you had an uneven tow path and they tripped over and broke their leg in it, fair enough. That's your fault. But if they are throwing a magnet in the canal and they pull their back out, that's their fault. Now, I could get away with it because your employees asked me to pull that motorcycle out. I didn't deliberately go to get it. They asked me. So, you know, don't try and pull the health and safety scam on us. I think you're just being ridiculous now. Using the death of those two poor fellas, getting the Ministry of Defence, whose job it is to defuse the bombs, and they should have removed them first anyway. Getting all the media to make it look bad. You're pathetic. All this because you're scared of getting sued, and then you probably try and bring out a license, and you can't. You can't charge us for it because we're doing an environmental service. So what do you want to do? Do you know what I think you should do? I think you should get in contact with the magnet fishing community. I think you should talk with us. Instead of just blating out all these, you can't do this, you can't do that. Why don't you talk with us? Why don't you sit down with us and talk about how to fix this? Because at the minute, you're just trying to make us look bad. That's my rant. This is all me. I do not represent anybody else. These are my opinions. I think you should seriously look into working with us instead of against us. If you are from the Canal, River Trust News and Media and you want contact with me, please do so. I will even include my email at the bottom, and you can gladly talk to me because I will stick up for us magnet fishers. Anyway, see you later.